This place is insane. This is the biggest community you never heard of. This week, we're in the newest big master plan community up north of Palm Beach, and this is called Newfield. They are literally getting in on the ground floor here. We're going to go into some of the models today. They have a lot to choose from. They have townhouses, they have single-family homes. You know us, we like to focus on single-family homes. They have villas, they literally have everything. And the funny thing about what they do here is they mix it all together. They're not all in one place. But when all is said and done, this is like the first thing you see. This is only the tip of the iceberg. This is going to be a home of about 4,200 homes here in the near future in Palm City, Florida. Right now, this is just like a village. I'm just going to walk the village. It's in their first section. They're going to have 9 sections. This first section is called Rosetta Park. And they have, along the way, they have models. They have a total of 15 models to show you here. They have 24 floor plans altogether. And one thing that's interesting about it is that almost every single model home has a second floor. So if you are a ranch type of person, this is probably not the community for you. All right, the first house we're going to go in is the Crown. This is a 2-bed, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage. It's about 1,973 square feet. Let's go see what we have here. One thing I'm told, and if you look at back here, this is their yard. It's not big. In general, if you're looking for a lot of piece of property, this is not going to be your community. They do have some big houses though. I did see some that were over 4,000 square feet. This one's a little bit less than 2,000 square feet. What I like about this community is that it's going to be a mix of everything. You're getting in on the ground floor here. They have proposed for schools. We get schools asked that question a lot. For schools, they're proposing 3 new schools. They haven't said anything else about it, but they know the growth is going to be here. This is the biggest master plan community in the area, and there's almost nothing around this area, so it's a little bit rural. So if that's one of the, guys, I like to do the pros and the cons of communities. So if you don't like a rural area, then this is not going to be a place for you. So that might be one of the cons when it comes to moving here to Newfield, to Newfield in Palm City. So the other thing I like, as we continue on our tour down this little village way here, the other thing I like about it is this whole area is about 4,000 acres and 70% of it is protected. So they're going to do like walking trails, similar to what we've been seeing, like an Avenir has that. I wanted to come here because I knew this was going to be a similar type of community to Avenir. It's not as high end as Avenir. Avenir is like upper end builders, upper end everything. This is going to be a little bit more modest when it comes to pricing, a little bit more modest when it comes to a lot of stuff. They have a farm here too. Similar to Arden, they're going to have a working farm on the premises. It's not going to be part of your HOA, but they do have it there. And you can buy like tokens, and you can go in there and pick up fruits, vegetables, and all that stuff. They actually have a regular farm out that way that's currently already in place. But this farm is going to be one of the amenities if you live here in Newfield. So I'm here in front of the Welcome Center, and this is the sign for the farm, which is the farm is there and the farm is there. And they give us an idea as to what to expect. You have a harvest house. Well, I mentioned that. I'll be mentioning that in the video later, if I haven't already. Promenade court, central green, stage, barn, farm club. These are all the benefits of buying a house. There's a greenhouse here. These are all the benefits. This community reminds me a little bit of Arden in Loxahatchee, Florida. It's got that country farm feel. This one, Arden's almost sold out. Yeah, Arden's like 80% sold out. This one is just getting off right now off the ground floor. I just spent some time with the builder here today. And she had told me this model in particular is one of their most popular models. First thing I noticed, and I'll turn around. First thing I noticed is this is a pretty open space. This is a two-story home. Big island. I think people, in my experience, and buyers today, that's what they like. A nice long island. This is feels like it is a quartz. It's a darker color quartz. I'll turn this around for you guys. Let's have a look. As you can see, they have a nice big area, a nice big living area downstairs. Again, I'll take a look back here. Let's take a look at the back. So they have, like I said, they have what they call the townhome, the single family homes. They actually have bungalows. They have many different kinds of homes here. They have villas, they have bungalows, they have single family homes, they have townhomes, and they're all mixed in. Rosetta Park is going to be the first of 9 phases. I asked her how big it is. They estimate it to be about 200 homes. Let's go see what it looks like upstairs here. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I can see it's less than 2,000 square feet. I can see why people like it. Again, they have bigger houses than this, but lots of times I find the most popular homes are not the biggest and not the smallest. They always seem to be somewhere in the middle, and that's the case here in Newfield. So right over there is their sales center here at Newfield. If you walk into that sales center on your own, you're absolutely crazy. The reason I say that is that we highly recommend independent representation. Independent representations means we help guide you. The cost you out of pocket is zero out of your pocket. It's the builder who pays us. They're happy to do that. And the reason is they want people like us to introduce perhaps people like you to their beautiful community. The key is we need to be there on your first visit. That's the only way that we can help you. We have to introduce you to the builder, be here when you come here, your very first visit. And we'll be with you the whole time afterward, not like in person, but we'll help guide you. We do more new construction probably than anybody here in the area. And we know the differences between these new construction communities. The builder's only going to sell you their new construction in their community. If they're resales, they're not going to tell you about it. We will, because we can. But anyway, and we'll be there from the start, from the finish, right up until closing. We'd love to help you here living in Palm Beach, Florida. So the builder here, as you probably have seen, is Mattamy. They're gonna run the whole thing down here. They are pretty big. Mattamy has a really big footprint here in Port St. Lucie. Here, if you look at this on a map, we are a little bit south of Port St. Lucie, a little bit north of Palm Beach. We are in Martin County, which from a tax perspective, that's actually very good. Taxes here are, she told me to estimate 1.4. I've heard people say 1.6. I'm going to be a little bit conservative, but it's about 1.6% of the value of the house you buy, which is less than over 2% in Port St. Lucie and about 1.8% in Palm Beach. So as we continue down our little walkway here in the village of Newfield, I love this place. I mean, it looks very quaint. To me, I asked her, so it looks like a country place. She says, well, it's just the way it is right now. The farm is back there. That's one of the other parts of the farm. And it's just this area is just like this, like their model area. Here we have an Astor. This is 1800. Let's take a look here. 1862. And I got to talk about this in a minute. This is what the house looks like from the outside. On the other side, they have some of the bigger, more expensive single families. I can't wait to stick around for that, because we're going to get there. Here is a home site that's already sold. So here, it's Flight 23. So they have here to be built. Obviously, you can build a home from scratch here. They haven't really had that many to be built yet. That's how early it is. They started building homes here right away. So they have quick delivery homes that are deliverable in a month or two. By the time you see this video, by the time it airs here on our channel, it'll probably be about that time. They also have, they didn't call it quick delivery. I guess it's quicker delivery. So they have a bunch of staggered delivery dates. So what I love, look at this one. This one's move-in ready. Watch this. What I love about that is when I get a lot of people that aren't really sure about their duration and what their time frame is. If that's you, leave a comment down below. But I think this is really helpful when it comes to when it comes to buying a home here in South Florida, to be able to have because lots of people have homes they need to sell. And if you have a to be built is the best, easiest way to do it. But sometimes you have jobs that are starting right away. So anyways, we'd love to help you here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida. So in case you don't know, my name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by EXP Luxury Homes. We do relocations. We help people relocate to every area within South Florida. That's our thing. 18 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful area, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find an honor to help people, perhaps like you, do the exact same thing. So in a minute, we're going to go look at a couple more of these. It's like one big square. I'm only about a third through, so we have more to go. But if you're in your situation, you're thinking about moving to this area, not just Newfield, but anywhere in South Florida, and you want to get answers from people from actually done this before, yeah, I'm sure you have questions. I would love to help. We would love to help. There's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally 2 of the best ways are in the description and the comment section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is set up some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. Not too much to see here. It's in very raw stages. But what I find often happens is when the people or homes are being built and they see it in a stage like that and they're closing it like a month, which is probably what this one is doing. They're like, wow, it seems like there's so much to go. They can put like 8 workers on this home and they can finish this home in like a day. So that's sort of how they work. But let's go see some of the other models down that way here at Newfield. So I'm on the other side of the village now, and I love this look of this house. This looks like a little bit like a colonial look. Have a look. This is called the Seaside. It's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 2-car garage. It's looks like 3657 square feet under air. I like the look of it. It reminds me of like the Deep South. Right, have a look at that. The porch and all. Let's go see what we have here at the Seaside, here in Newfield in Palm City, Florida. First thing when I look in this house is the office. I love this. This is a oversized office. They're using here as a sort of a TV room, a living area. Nice little bench here. It's a big area for an office. As we go down, let's go into the main area. Let's take a look. This is more my style. I like this home. So I asked her about the lots here are not as big. So I asked her, what does that mean, right? There are some that are 50 by 30. That's sort of the bigger size ones. They have some that are slightly bigger. They're all a little bit different, but if you're, again, as I said earlier, if you're looking for a lot of land, this is not going to be the community for you. I'm not sure I can get out here, but yeah, there we go. So this is a nice area outside. Look at this. That area back there is the garage. I was wondering what that other door is. That's the garage. This reminds me a little bit of Alton and Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Very much, they have, the backyards are a little bit on the smaller side, and they look a lot like this. So you enter the front of the house that way, and your garage is back this way. Alton Alton in Palm Beach Gardens near Abacoa. It's exactly what they have. But I like this house a lot. So far, this one is my favorite. Let's go see what they have upstairs here. I like that loft. I find this is a big loft, number one. You see the glass here? The glass, as you come up, it opens up the room quite a lot. Generally speaking, most new construction homes, when you see this glass is usually drywall, and it's an upgrade. I don't know if it's an upgrade here. I'd have to ask. But it's an upgrade to put that into like glass like that. It definitely opens up this loft. This I find to be a very, in any Florida home, this is a productive area. Again, this house is my favorite so far. See, here in the seaside, I'm going to back into it here. I like the floor. The floor is like, it looks like wood. It's more likely to be tile. It's a wood look tile. It says in their brochure, if you want one of these brochures sent to you by email, let me reach out to me. We'll help you in that regard. It says here 40-foot single family home. What that means is typically what they put these, they put the width of the lot that they put these on. That's sort of, that's a guide as to what to expect. Each lot is a little bit unique, so you can get something a little bit small, a little bit bigger. Not going to let me out, but here we go. Look at this. Reminds me a little bit of like a colonial in the deep south. See what the bedrooms look like. This is a pretty big bedroom for a secondary bedroom. Here, have a look. They're using it as an office here. They have the desk here. It's en suite. I know people like en suites for bedrooms. All things being equal, people would prefer to have an en suite bedroom. So anyways, so far this is the winner. Let's go see what else we have here in Newfield. So as we continue down their little village here in Newfield, a couple of things about the area. So I asked her specifically how far we are from certain things. And the biggest area here, like to go out, I love this house. I heard about this house. We'll go there next. One of the biggest areas here is Stewart. Downtown to Stewart is exactly 7 minutes. She drove it. That's why she knows. Because she had someone ask. Again, she's dealing with literally the first buyers in the home. They don't really have that many sales here. They just started. It's also about 15-minute ride to the beaches. So it's relatively quick drive to the beaches. She told me about this. This is the Gerbera. And let me go back here so I can get a better handle on this. That brick, I'll show you in a second. That brick front that you see is an upgrade. It's a big upgrade. It's like $150,000 upgrade. I think that's the number. I'll check my notes in a minute, but it does give it a look of elegance. You don't get too many brick front homes here in Florida, but here you have one. This is the Gerbera. Take a look. I know that sun might be a little bit hard to see things. It's pretty bright. Got a nice patio here. A nice sized deck. I love the front. This is unique for Florida. You don't get these homes too often, and that's what we were talking about. This is not your typical. This is when I spoke with the builder. This is not your typical Florida type of style house. This one in particular, this model. You love it or you hate it, but if you're looking for a traditional Florida home, this is not it. But it's sort of cool. Here we go. Let's go check it out. All right, I love this home too. This is a nice home. This is 3,085 square feet under air. It's 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2 floors, two car garage. It's got a bedroom on the first floor, which a lot of people like. And it also has a flex room and a loft. So there's a lot going on here. Again, this has got that same sort of look. It's unique. It's got that Alton look, I call it, where you go outside, here's your pool, and then you have your garage right there. It's on the other side of the house, which I think is sort of nice. Yeah, let's take a look at the pool area. There's your street area. That's your driveway. I mean, it's not a lot. It's a 2-car garage, not a ton of driveway. You don't have a lot of room. Again, this reminds me a lot of Alton. Not the biggest pool in the world, but you get a pool. I like this a lot. So this is a bit of a quaint sort of community. It's a great way to get to know your neighbors, I'll tell you that. So this one is the Cabrera. The one before was the Seaside. These are my two favorites. Which one is yours so far? Leave a comment down below. So let me continue with how some of the personality of this community is going to be as I go to this next house. This house looks insane too. As we go further, we get to better and better houses. There's going to be, I asked about the amenities. So one thing that struck me is that there's still a lot yet to be determined here. There's just a lot of stuff we're thinking we're going to do this, but we might do this instead. The farm, we're thinking this is what we might do instead. So there's still a lot of planning going into this. None of this stuff this is what happens when you're very early, which you are here in this community. They will have something called a citrus house, which is going to be your wellness house, juice bar, Pilates, yoga. They're going to have pickleball courts. They're going to have a lot of stuff there. They also have, then in addition to that, they have a lake house, which is going to be more of your lounge. They have all these different amenities. The amenities is not like one separate clubhouse. There's a lot of stuff. They have a town center. I mentioned that town center. They have a farm. They have a harvest house, which is going to be harvest house is going to be mainly like retail. And they have like 55 miles of trails. That's insane. So this is unique. I like this, like walk this path around to the back. This is the Ballade. It's not even on my map yet. So there's, like I said, they're not exactly, they're not organized as if they were an established community yet or mature community. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage. We're going down a little bit. I think the 2 biggest houses, actually there's a Montauk, which is over 4,000 square feet. Don't know if they have that model here. But it looks like they were starting to go down a little bit, as this one's a little bit smaller than the other two. But I'm still interested to see what it's about. What I like about this is, let me, before I go in, is look at this. Look at the outside. So I like the way that the outside is, that white look. So bear with me, they're cleaning in the house here, but look at the wood. Look at the wood in the floor here. So they have it's a pretty open space. Nice big long take a look here. Nice big long countertop for the kitchen. If you go outside, there's not that big. I'll just peek out here from the window. It's not that big of that pool area. Not every site you can fit a pool. So you got to be careful. You got to plan ahead. Look at this. So the way it works here, I was asking her about that. So that's sort of unique because you can have a set of townhomes right next to a single family home. On the other side is a cottage. So that's sort of weird because not weird, but that's unusual. Let's put it that way. Normally they have them all each builder would, in a community like that, would have them sectioned off. So the way it works here is you sort of tell them what house you like, what model you like. And then you go back and, well, let's see if I can get out of here. Then you go back and you figure out what lot you want, which lot. So the good news is that you're in the early stages here and there's a ton of lots to choose from and they'll find something for you. But anyway, that's sort of how it works. And I sort of like it. This is the Shasta. Let's take a look from the outside. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 24, see if you can see that. 2438. Let's go look and see what this looks like. Look, before I go in, look at this nice porch. And this is, I noticed they have this a lot. See this? You have these gravel trails into the backyard. Let's just see what these things are about. I like that. All right, let's see what we have back here. This is not as open as the others. My two favorite, those two big ones that we saw. This has got a nice double desk. I saw one of these the other day. I think it's a really good use of space, especially people who work together, husband and wife, let's say, that work together. But let's go over some of the other factors that are true here in Newfield. I'm going to stick around to the end. I'm going to give you my take on this community. As you guys know, I am a new home co-broker living in Palm Beach, Florida. We are a new home co-broker. We are with EXP Luxury Homes. We work with all the builders, and we know when we speak to people, people say, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm looking for. Because we know each of these communities really well, we can easily point you into the few places we think can make sense and we think are worth looking at. So at the end, I'm going to go over my take on this community. What are some of the pros? What are some of the cons? And what kind of people should consider looking at this community? All right, a couple other things while I round the bend to the other side of the corner. As I mentioned, you can build a pool here, and the builder does, in fact, work with a vendor that can help you put the pool in. How much is a pool? How much are the prices? We're going to go over the prices here right now. I know you guys are probably killing me because we didn't really talk much about the prices. The pool price is $79,500. That is the price to get started with the pool, and that's your basic pool. It can go up from there. Prices of homes. All right, prices of homes. Townhouses are in the 400s. Villas are in the 500s. Single family home, you're looking at about $650,000 up to and a little bit over $1 million. The HOA is also, and the CDD, there is a CDD in this community, more on that in a second. The HOA depends on your house too. As an example, the townhouses, they're about $249. The single family homes are about $277. And the villas are somewhere in the middle there. But because the clubhouse and a lot of the amenities are not yet built, they actually have some good incentive. They're actually waiving, if I remember right, on quick delivery homes and quick delivery homes and quick start homes that are just getting started now. They are waiving the HOA fee. That's for 1 year. That's really nice. And the reason is there's not that many amenities right now. I think that's a great idea for them to do that. And then when the amenities get to be a little bit more elaborate, then you start paying. They also have an incentive today, if you use their lender, of about anywhere from $10,000 to $35,000. As you guys know, we know where all the incentives are. So if you want to know which communities have them, that's the incentive for this community. By the time this video airs, there's a chance that number's different. It might be higher, it might be lower. We're going to be approaching spring soon, and generally speaking, when activity picks up, those things change in turn with how fast or slow the building is at that exact moment. But in general, again, we know where the incentives are. Most builders do have them, but not everyone does. Depends on the builder, depends on the community. So I have seen this story written before. This is a brand new community. They have sold only 30 homes out of 4,200. You know how many price increases they've had? They've had 2. You say, oh, everything is going down in price. They're not. Here in when you're getting in at the ground floor of a community like this is the best time. Now is the time. That's my long and short of this whole walking of the village here. Now is the time. If you want to consider this village, make an appointment to see us. Make an appointment to see us because it really is. We have to be there on. As I mentioned earlier, we have to be there on your first visit to represent you. There's nothing out of your pocket for us to represent you. We can tell you if there's resales in the area, and the builder's not going to tell you that. So they had an increase just a couple of days ago of $60,000. So once they start, they usually keep the prices low. Once they sell a couple, they raise them quickly. So by far your best prices are at the beginning. They've had two. The last one was $60,000. I think the one was about 30 or 35. So reach out to our team. We'd love to connect you, and we'll even do a virtual tour if you like. We do that all the time for out of town. A lot of our buyers are out of town when we're working here, living in Palm Beach. So here's my take on this community. This is a hot area. It's a lot of people want the prices of Port St. Lucie, not the prices of Palm Beach, which are more. This is a nice middle. Stewart, Palm City. There's not that much new construction in Palm City. Across the street, literally almost right across the street, is another community called Canopy Creek, which is a cultural community, and they sell for $1.5 million over there. They have like an acre and a half, big pieces of property. This is an equestrian community. You will literally see horses walking down the street. If you're an equestrian person, they have stables nearby. I asked her about whether they're going to do something like that on site. They've been talking about, but there's nothing concrete. But there might be. Stay tuned. But if you're looking at, if you want something super affordable, not Palm Beach prices, a big house, and not quite as far north as Port St. Lucie, and fairly quick access to the beach, fairly quick access to downtown Stewart, this is a community for you. Palm Beach, Stewart, Palm City, paradise here in South Florida.